Now let's add some color to these sections. So I'm back in my design model here. Follow along with me as I make the settings. So I'm going to open View Attributes again and going to change the display style to smooth. We're going to change the forward and cut values. Start with the cut. And right now color is off, or it's set to white or black, but I'll turn color back on. I'm going to pick a fairly light blue color. Cornflower blue will do just fine. And we'll say OK. I'm going to turn hidden edges off at this point, and you'll see why later. And I need to make one more change, and that's to the display value. Right now it's visible edges, but we need shaded. So click on shaded. And note instantly in the top and the front views that we see the cut material as shaded in the color that we selected. Move along to the forward material now and do exactly the same thing. Colors should be on. Let's choose a different color. Aquamarine will do. So we'll say OK to that. And we will go up and change that also to shaded. And I'll turn hidden lines off there as well. I'm also turning visible edges off too. Now this may seem a little odd because the effect that it has, if you look very carefully at the view, is that we don't see a line across the boundaries of the forward material. Now there's a good reason for this, and I'll explain a little later. So that's off. It's on in the cut. Just double check the cut. Visible edges are on, but hidden lines are off. We can dismiss this, and we see the cut material in the blue and the forward material in the green. Notice that the shading giving the effect of a curved surface. It's a graduated shading, which is fine. We'll leave that as it is. Now let's take these two views to the sheet view, and let's also open up references. And we see our two references, and since they're both cached and we've changed them in the model, they are asking for attention. Let's click on this, which is reload reference. Do the same with this, reload reference. And it looks a little different. All we're seeing is the cut surfaces in shaded, but the forward material, which were shaded in the model, are now showing simply as edges with no color shading. See if we can fix that a little bit. Let's go to dynamic instead. And let's do the same with the top one, dynamic. Now we see the same view that we saw in the model. Notice that we are missing the tangent lines, which is what we need, but we can't see hidden lines. Again, because I turned them off anyway, but you'll find that if you try and turn them on, you'll also see the tangent lines too. Now this display here is really a non-production presentation since the hidden lines aren't visible, and its use is really for visualization purposes. Now you find it very difficult to have color and hidden lines without also seeing the tangent lines. You can experiment with more settings in both the design model and in the sheet model here to see if you can generate a view which is acceptable for what you might well need. But you should expect a fair level of frustration trying to do this. You might also make full use of the help articles for each of these sets of tools and settings. There's a wide range of options and combinations that you can set. I'm going to leave you here with this because it simply depends on what sort of a model you're working with and what you want to see, and whether you're producing presentation drawings like this or production work, where the standard no color display is best for production / manufacturing / detailing. And I could spend several hours working through the different combinations. So please experiment and see what you come up with.